Welcome to all my dear student. From the continuation of acid bases buffer, so we'll continue one more subunit of the methods of adjusting tonicity and pH. This is a most important topic, and also from this uh, topic we can use the calculation method also to how to adjust the tonicity and pH. Okay, so before going to that calculation method, let's see what are all the methods used to adjust the tonicity and the pH. So here there are several methods are used to adjust the isotonicity of pharmaceutical preparation. So why we have to adjust the isotonicity of pharmaceutical solution means because this if solutions are injected or introduced into nose or eyes, or these are to be made isotonic because in order to avoid hemolysis of RBC and to avoid pain and discomfort. We already discussed in previous chapter also. If we have hypertonic solution, what will happen that if the hypertonic solution suspended in RBC means that means the cells become shrinkled and shrinkage and wrinkle. If in case of hypotonic solution means the solution cause that RBC cells cause what will happen, that swelling and sometimes the cell also burst. So because of these in order to prevent the hemolysis of RBC, so here we have to maintain the isotonic solution that if RBC to be immersed in that or suspended with that isotonic solution, that cells become remain or retain the same size and shape, so that we have to adjust the tonicity with isotonic solution. So that amount of adjusting agent to be added is easy to determine by using appropriate calculation based on qualitative property of a solution. So how we can adjust by using or by following these method will help to adjust the tonicity in certain pharmaceutical substances or pharmaceutical solution or drug substances. So it help to mainly it helps to overcome the side effect caused from administrating solution which contain adjusting agents more or less than isotonic solution. So what are all the methods to be used to adjust the isotonic solution? Let's see one by one. First method is known as class 1 method. So under that they are again classified into two more methods, that is sodium chloride equivalent method and cryoscopic method. In that first, by using this class 1 method, the sodium chloride or same other substance is added to the solution of the drug to lower the freezing point of the solution to 0.52 degrees Celsius. So and thus make it isotonic with the body fluid. I already told you in previous session. So if we brought to the freezing point depression of blood, that is known as 0.52 degrees Celsius. Here that the same method they are following to adjust the tonicity. With that using sodium chloride solution brought to the freezing point depression of blood, so that we can maintain the or adjust the isotonic of the pharmaceutical solution or drugs substances. So let's see in class 2 method. So what about in class 2 method? Here the class 2 method, the water, especially the addition of water to the drug in a sufficient amount to form an isotonic solution, or we can use isotonic addition of an isotonic or isotonic buffered diluting vehicle to bring the solution to the final volume. So the preparation is then brought to its final volume with an isotonic or buffered isotonic dilution solution. So this method known as under class 2 method, this is that White-Vinson method also included under class 2 method. And what about the third method? This is known as class third method. So it is otherwise one more method also under class 3 method, the L-iso method to be used to adjust the isotonic. Here what we can do by using this method means we can adjust the tonicity by, that is theoretically from the molecular weight of the drug, and can be used to calculate the amount of adjusting substance to be added in order to make the solution isotonic. So here by theoretically molecular weight depends upon the molecular weight, we can adjust the tonicity and pH. Okay, let's see brief manner. In class 1 method we already known about by adding sodium chloride, so thereby we brought to the freezing point depression of blood, that is 0.5 degrees Celsius. So that we can attain the osmotic pressure equal to that of blood. So let's see class 1 method. How can, by using this method, how can we by calculation method, how can we adjust the tonicity? It is otherwise called as tonicity equivalent method. So this method is used to adjust the tonicity of pharmaceutical solution. Here the sodium chloride equivalent is nothing but it is denoted as or termed as E of a drug. Is how they are calculating means the amount of drug, or the drug is the amount of sodium chloride that is equivalent to the 1 gram of the drug. So the percent of sodium chloride required, so for the 1 gram of the drugs, so the percent of sodium chloride required for adjusting the isotonicity can be calculated using by the following equation. It's nothing but PSA is equivalent to 0.9 minus, here 0.9 is nothing but isotonic solution concentration, that is 0.9% sodium chloride solution, minus PSM multiplied by E of medicament. So let's see where PSA is nothing but percent of sodium chloride for adjustment of tonicity. PSA is nothing but percent of sodium chloride for adjustment of isotonicity, and PSM is nothing but percent strength of medicament, So above equation is used to calculate the amount of adjusting substances, that means sodium chloride, how much of sodium chloride required to adjust the 1 gram of the drug substances. Okay, so this is known as tonicity equivalent method or sodium chloride equivalent method. Now we'll try with that calculation part. Here already one example to be given on the books. So let's see. Calculate the gram of sodium chloride needed to make. So especially, and one more thing, that the sodium chloride equivalent method, it is valid for 100 ml of solution. But here in this calculation they are given to make 50 ml of 3% isotonic physostigmine salicylate solution using sodium chloride method. Once again you read the calculation carefully. So what they required to adjust the 50 to make 50 ml of how much percentage 3% of isotonic physostigmine salicylate solution using here what is the adjustment of isotonic solution, sodium chloride method. Okay, now we'll see, we already known about the calculation. What is the calculation, what is the equation to be used to adjust by sodium chloride means PSA is equal to, that means percent of sodium chloride for adjustment of tonicity and percent strength of medicament. Here we'll apply this equation. PSA is the percent of sodium chloride for adjustment of isotonicity. So here it is a constant value, 0.9 is the constant value, and PSM is nothing but percent strength of medicament. Here what is the percent strength of medicament? They are already given 3% of isotonic solution. And one more thing, in that equation they are given multiplied by E of medicament. Here they are given E of medicament is nothing but E value of physostigmine salicylate. In the sum already given 0.16, so we have to apply this. 3 is nothing but percentage strength multiplied by E value of medicament. Here already they mention 0.16. Okay, so now we have to multiply 3% of isotonic solution with that means E medicament. E medicament is already there given physostigmine salicylate value 0.16. So we have to multiply the this 2 and minus with the 0.9%. So we can get what is that value, 0.9 minus 0.48 is equal to what is the value we are getting 0.42%. So the above strength which we calculated by using this equation, so this is only valid for 100 ml, but in our calculation they mention to make 50 ml. So what the value we get that by using with this equation 100 ml, so we have to divide by 2 so that we can get the answer for 50 ml of 3% of isotonic solution. Okay, so now we'll see that for 100 ml of solution, sodium chloride is required for 0.4, which we got for the from by using with this equation 0.42. Now we may apply for 50 ml of the solution sodium chloride requirement, so is equivalent to what, then 50 divided by 0.42 divided by 100, so that we'll get the 0.21 gram of sodium chloride, or simply we can which is the answer we got 100%. 100 ml divided, simply you divided by 2, so that we'll get the 50 ml of 3% of isotonic solution required to adjust the tonicity of what is the E value medicament of physostigmine salicylate. Okay, thank you.